Today let us start a new chapter, that is dual nature of radiation and matter. So in this chapter we are going to discuss that when matter particle or when matter it remain in motion. So that's what I have written here. Matter particle when remain in motion, it produces electromagnetic waves, or in other words, matter particles show both particle nature and wave nature. This property is called dual nature of particle. Okay, now Hertz experiment. In Hertz experiment, he experimentally verified the existence of electromagnetic waves in the year 1888. Okay, so what he saw or how he carried out this experiment, there two metal plate was taken, one is A, then the other one is B. Both the metal plate, it is connected with two wires, and this is connected with a high voltage source or inductor, with some inductor. Okay, now you can see that another wire is there, another conductor, this one, and here at the end of the conductor you can see a small metal ball S1, and in the same way with other metal plate also another small ball S2 is connected. Okay, and in between these two balls there is a small gap, and in this gap air medium is present. Then another this type of two small balls you can see, that is S3 and S4, and it makes a detector. This detector generally it detects the electromagnetic wave. Okay, so how he carried out this experiment, with this high voltage source, one plate is made positively charged and the other plate is made negatively charged. So this whole thing is behaving like a capacitor now. Okay, now when a very large charge is applied to both the plates, then in S1 as well as in S2 spheres there will be gathering of charge. Okay, and as we know, in chapter 2 probably I told you about dielectric breakdown. That means when air medium is present in between these two spheres, then this air medium it becomes a conductor. Generally air is what? Air is a dielectric medium or insulator, but since in ball or in sphere S1 and S2 a large amount of charge is gathered, that charge is ionizing the air molecules. So as the air particles get ionized, the air has become a conductor now, and once it has become a conductor, what it will do? It will conduct electricity. That means it will allow charge to move from one sphere to another sphere. Okay, so during this movement of charge we will be able to see, this is called corona discharge. I think you have heard about this name, corona discharge. Anyways, you just remember that from one plate of this system to the other plate there will be movement of charge, or charge will jump from one sphere to other, and as a result there will be generation of some sparks. And it is seen that in the detector also we have kept similar kind of arrangement, S3 and S4. In between these two spheres also we will be able to see some same kind of spark. The reason is that the energy which is produced here due to that spark, this energy is transmitted to this place near the detector. Now what is the thing which is carrying the energy? So what he explained, or what he concluded, that okay, this one I have written, when the plates were exposed, okay, no, not this one, sorry, this one, okay, it also observed, the same spark is also observed in the detector, which indicates that something is traveling from S1 S2 region towards the detector, because something is moving from this region to this region and it is carrying the spark, right? So what is that? What is that something? So that something is nothing but, he concluded that that is electromagnetic radiation or electromagnetic wave, which is carrying energy with it. Okay, so in this way Hertz, what he did in this experiment, he proved the existence of wave, and how this wave is originated by the movement of charged particles. Okay, fine, by charged particle, by the movement of charged particle. All right. Now the main focus in this experiment should be this part. While establishing the existence of electromagnetic wave, accidentally he observed photoelectric emission. Very important part of this experiment. Though he was not doing the experiment for to find out photoelectric emission, but he observed it accidentally. Now I will tell you what is photoelectric emission. So photoelectric emission means there are certain substance, we call them photosensitive substance. Suppose there is a plate, metal plate. Suppose the metal plate is a photosensitive one. When light come and falls in it, it is seen that some electrons come out of the atom by gaining energy from the light. Okay, and when electron comes out from it, those electron becomes free, and somehow if we connect this plate with some external circuit, we will see that charge or current has started to flow. So this process is called photoelectric emission. Means electric means it is the emission of electron. Photo means in the influence of light. Photon means light particles, and emission means electrons are being emitted, right? So that is why this is called photoelectric emission. And this process accidentally who observed? Hertz observed in this experiment. How? Suppose he saw that when this whole setup, means both the plates, are placed in such a position where light ray can come and fall on it, he saw that the extent or the intensity of the spark produced becomes more. Why? Why the intensity of spark becomes more? The reason is that when light ray falls, some electron in the metal plate becomes free to move, and those electrons also contribute in the formation of this kind of spark, because those electron also takes part in the movement. Okay, so that is how in this experiment accidentally he observed photoelectric emission. Alright, so in next video we will discuss about Lenard's experiment on photoelectric emission, because in this chapter our main focus should be on photoelectric emission, how photons or how electron come out in the influence of photons. Thank you.